Oaks. For the 6-4s on spokes. For the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole. For the homegirls with the scrap game. Lil' homies that gang bang. From Pelican Bay to YA. Rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through. Shit you had to go get to. Your mama gave birth on the turf. I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation. Broke as hell, mad and impatient. But if you know your history, you can't have a strong foundation, baby.
Lifting weights was on sport. They start calling me Big Meat.
Six Shakur from Eastside, Bloodstone, Getting by Six. Also known as Shady Eyes, is my hood name.
Man, the kid that got to be put on problem, man. Nigga, do you.
I created Corner Pocket in my mother's garage.
They call me Tiny Ant from Rolling 60, but they're known as Tylo Tiny Ant.
Okay, my name is Joyce. I'm better known as Blue or JC Blue. Back in the days, the homie used to call me China Doll. I'm the OG original China Doll from 5 Ms Broadway.
First of all, where was you born at?
I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Young Louisiana.
I'm from the South, yeah. But I've been out here since my father died in '61. My mother brought us out here to California. We stayed with my auntie. And then we just lived most of all in my elementary days, we lived all around the 50s. You know, 51st, 52nd, 53rd, 54th, 55th. Between Main, Broadway, San Pedro, you know, around that area. I graduated from Main Street Elementary School in 1969. And then from there, I went to John Muir. I moved on 53rd and 51 Hoover for a while. And then from there, my mother bought a house in Compton. And I was on Poplar in Ferrambie, and I went to Benjamin O. Davis for a semester. And then we ended up getting another house, a brand new house, on Lucerne, Ferrambie, and I went to Willowbrook Junior High School. And then I did like half a semester at Centennial. Then from there, I went back to LA, and I went to Jeff, and then that's where I left from at Jeff. And I stayed in my hood from that point on.
How far back do you go with the Broadway?
From the beginning, from 1974. That was the year when my homies first put it out. Started 5 Deuce Square, and it was 1974.
So you graduated from Jefferson?
No, I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I hate to say it, but yeah, I was all about that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And I was with that gang banging, so.
So tell me how the gang banging came into play in your life.
Okay, it was, I always been the homegirl because I always lived on every block around the neighborhood, so people know me. Because first of all, my house where I lived, which was with her mother, my niece, that came with me, we lived in the 50s on 52nd, right behind the school, Main Street. And my house was like the team post because everybody in the hood hung out there. So with Tyrone, it was Tyrone Tyars, Diamond D, Crazy Wayne, Poe, and a whole bunch of more that I can't really remember. I don't want to just be saying names, but I know they was the ones that was putting Broadway out there. And then the founders of Broadway, yes. And some other homegirls, they could, you know, like Tina, Tyrone's sister, she could tell you more because she was like right there when they was doing it.
That's your invite to come on Kev Mac videos.
Yeah.
So did you grow up playing in South Park?
Let me tell you this, boy. Me in South Park, I have a passion for South Park. Because, you know, me and my brother used to pick up trash, you know, with the stick, with the nail, pick up paper out the park just to get free swimming tickets, you know. When I was like in the 4th or 5th grade, going to Main Street. And sometimes my mother would always send me to school late. And I used to just hate that. And I used to be embarrassed. And so what I would do is because I got tired. Every time I walk in the classroom, everybody in the class would turn around and look and see me coming in. The teacher made me walk up to his desk. So to avoid the embarrassment, I would go hang out in the park and play on the swings and stuff like that until the school was out and then go home. So I started ditching school at an early age, which is not good, but I did that. So, yeah, and I used to be in the park, and a lot of people, when the park was at the gambling shack, and they had the other shack over there by Avalon side where he was doing their drugs and stuff like that. But I won't say no names, but it's a lot of people, and I heard Barry White used to be in the park during that time when I was a little kid. You know, I was real young at that age. But I was raised up in Southport. Yeah, you know, and I got a passion for the park because, you know, the Broadways, we had our side, the San Pedro side, and then the Avalons, they had Avalon side. And that's how we shared the park. And then our homeboy, which is Chew and Rainbow, they lived on Parkway, okay? And then the other brother, he was I forget his name, I can't call his name, but he was an Avalon. But Chew and Rainbow, they was Broadways. You know, and we would go to their parties in the park and stuff like that, and hang out on the San Pedro side and drink our liquor and just act a fool, stuff like that. You know, we had good times together. All of us come together, you know, as like a big family of us.
So if you remember, who came first, Fire Trey or Fire Deuce?
From Broadway? I mean, out of Broadway and Avalon's?
But the Fire Trey specifically.
I'm not really sure on that, but I know with the East Coast, we was before East Coasters, right. Because they was Six Deuce in hood, and they used to hang out with us, and we would go to their parties. And I know we came before the East Coast did, before they attached the East Coast on their name, because they was just Six Deuce in hood. Then they became 6'8", 6'9", which in the apartments that they hung out in, I lived in there when I was a kid too. You know.
So you go back to the days where y'all partied with East Coast.
Yeah, back to them days.
Do you remember when that fiction started?
Well, I heard when I was in the pen, this is years later, that I was in the pen, I'm just gonna jump up there, and I heard one of the homies got killed by East Coast. Oh, okay. So that causes affliction there. They was having a shootout against each other and stuff. This came on like in the 80s and stuff. And like, you know, this is new to me because I'm locked up and we wasn't doing all that shooting back in my time. In the 70s era, we was not shooting nobody, killing nobody.
You mentioned that you remember the days when the 5 Deuce Broadways and the 6 Deuce in hoods used to party.
Yep. Yes, I do.
Who were some of those 6 Deuce in hoods? Do you remember?
Ooh, it's been so long, but my brain is fried on that now. Because I hung around with a lot of the girls. And one's name was Ann, and we had a homegirl named Frances. She hung around, but she hung around 5 Deuces too. So I didn't know what to tell you what she was, but she lived in their hood because that's where she used to come kicking with us a lot.
What years were you guys partying together?
This was around maybe 75. I'm gonna say 75, 76, somewhere around there, early beginning.
And I walked in and you guys were speaking on South Park. Yeah. So back then, South Park was a shared park between 5 Treys and 5
Broadways. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Indeed. Because we was right there in Southport, standing our ground. And we stayed on the San Pedro side. That's the side where we kicked it because our homeboy, Chew and Raymond, may they rest in peace, they lived in the park. They lived on Parkway. And we would go to their house and party with them, or we just hang out right there in the parking lot on San Pedro side.
So I walked in kind of late. Mm-hmm. So what year did you give the establishment of 5 Deuce Broadway?
74.
What was going on in that area before 74?
I wasn't doing nothing before Broadway. Before I joined Broadway, it was just like I was just partying, you know, going to parties or throwing house parties. I know some 4 trains used to come and try to turn out some parties. A couple of my parties, they came in and a couple of them jumped on my brother. My brother got jumped in from 5 Deuce Hoovers when we lived on 53rd and 51 Hoover. And he wasn't nothing but a little boy. because I'm older than him. I'm 2 years older than him. And first thing he made my mother buy my Ace Deuce hat. And I used to steal his hat and wear it all the time.
So there wasn't no local established gang in 5 Ms Broadway hood before 74? It was just wide open?
I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to speak on that because I'm not really sure about that. But I know when I was in that area right there in the cut of 5 Deuce, I lived on 52nd Street. So all I know, we was like, people in the neighborhood was coming to the house, we would just party, drinking our drink, still sat Kool-Aid, and you know what else goes with that. And you know, and the people, some people, I ain't gonna say no name, but some people was messing with acid, Red Devils, Mollies, and you know, stuff like that. That was that era, during that time, before I became a gang member.
Y'all was doing acid in the Broadways?
Nah, I'm not saying Broadway's was doing that. I'm saying before I turned Broadway. I'm saying that's what some of the people that around us.
The time frame is kind of right because that's coming out of the hippie era.
Yeah, that's what I did because it was the Red Devils, the Tyrone Tyars, the Mollies, all of that type of stuff, you know. And they had the silver satin and the Kool-Aid, you know. We had all that. We played dominoes, cards. We was doing stuff like that.
I might have it wrong. I might be mistaken. Mm-hmm. Wasn't there a SLA kidnapping in Broadway hood? That liberation, Eastern Liberation Army. You know what I'm talking about? Those black militants with Patty Hearst and all that.
Yeah, with Patty, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't really hear. I heard a little bit about it, but I wasn't really knowledgeable about that situation. But I did hear about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I ask what year you were born?
1957.
Okay. G.
Mm-hmm.
So look, when you mentioned the four trays, do you remember any of those names?
Maybe just a few of them. I know it was, it's because my brain is fried. And I remember they had the zip guns. And they had came to my rescue one time. It was Baby Brother. And it was a few more. And them dudes, there was one guy, he was from Pyru.
What Pyru?
From Compton, Pyru, that Pyru. He was hanging out in our hood. He was going, one of my friends named Tulu, she lived on Wall, right between 51st and 52nd, and we used to hang out in the courts. It was some courts right here on Main and 51st and 52nd, on Main Street side. So in the team post, which is called Rakestraw now, but that was our team post right there on the corner, if you know about that area. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, anyway, yeah, they came to my rescue, and I'm going to leave it as that. They had their little zip guns and stuff, but nothing really happened. The nigga ran, he got ghosts.
So let me hit you with one of their names, Black Johnny.
Black Johnny?
Yeah.
Which Black Johnny you talking about?
Portrait dancer. You don't remember him? Probably 3 years older than you, maybe.
I might know him, but I might know him by face. I'm not going to answer.
How about Sleepy? Did you know Sleepy?
Black Sleepy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Black Sleepy. He used to come to my house all the time, hang out with us. Yeah, he used to hang out in South Park. Mm-hmm. Is he still living?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I always wondered about him. Yeah, he was like a big brother to me, though. You know, he used to hang out with my family at my house. You know, dominoes, drink, and all that.
You guys were swimming in South Park?
When I was a kid, I used to go swim. I used to pick up trash just to get free tickets to go. Okay. Yeah, I was swimming in that part.
What other places did you guys go?
Okay, you know, we used to be Reese All Boys School. Right there on what's that, 69 in Main by the apartments. I used to go. That's the first place I learned how to swim. When it was Reese, before it was Bethune.
So where'd you guys go? To Carver?
I went to Carver. I only went there for like a half semester because my mother moved.
Let me ask you something. You mentioned the team post. What street was that on?
It was right there in Rakestraw on 52nd in Maine. That big old building, they give away food there now. That was our team post. They used to give dances there. And we used to have dances at South Park in a little, I guess it's like a rec room. They used to clean it up for us to have dances. They gave us dances there.
Are you
and the pop lockers and all that.
Are you familiar with the long table?
No, not really.
Is that in Broadway hood?
The long tables?
6 like that?
I'm not familiar with them. Because I've been, away, but I could just, mention the ones that I do know that's
No, the long table was a location for a gang peace treaty in the 70s. It was on Broadway in like 46.
On 46th and Broadway, we used to be on 47th and Broadway. That was one of our spots on 47th.
Okay.
That was just, that was the set. That was where we used to go. That was our set at that time.
What street separated Five Trey from Five Deuce?
Okay, let me see. 5 Trey and 5 Deuce. Okay, 5 Trey. You talking about which 5 Trey? You talking about Avalon's? Well, I would always say San Pedro. On the west side of San Pedro, really. But we stayed in the park. But they always did push their line from Avalon further back before you get to Central.
East.
All in that area, east, yeah.
So basically, the park separated you guys.
The park, South Park. Because that was both our parks at the same time.